My favorite DI story ever. So, you want me to tell the Megan story? I was on shift one day. It was actually probably maybe a year and a half ago. I had been called by staff to come see a gentleman who was in a wheelchair. He was an elder gentleman, and I recall his name, but I'm not going to mention it. And he had very bad feet, right? But we knew that he was being taken care of by the wound clinic at the Shell and Schumer. So, anyways, they called me over, and he's got his foot up on one of the chairs, and they said, "Hey, have a look." And I look at his feet, and they're normal, like they're always purple and swelled, right? So I'm like, okay, what's different, right? And they're like, no, look closer. And I look closer, and I see these two little worms wiggling around on the chair, and I'm like, what the heck is that? They're worms. I'm like, where did they come from? And they came from his foot. No, really? Yeah, they came from his foot. So they backed off because they weren't really into gross things. I kind of am. Maybe it's a sick thing. I don't know, right? But yeah, I like helping out people with that kind of stuff. So anyways, I take a closer look at his foot, and I asked him, when is the last time you were at the doctor? And he says, well, I went yesterday. And I said, well, you know what? Either your doctor's a quack or you're lying to me, because there's no way that your foot would be like this if you're going to see a doctor. And he goes, well, my doctor's not a quack. And I'm like, then you're lying to me, right? So I'm like, we gotta call the ambulance. And he goes, no, don't worry. He used to take a lot of prescription pills, and he was kind of high and out of it. So he's like, don't worry, I'll just go see the doctor this afternoon. I'm like, no, you gotta go now. This is not good. This is not good for you, right? So we made the call. I had to check over his foot to see what the source was. Maybe I didn't have to, but I'm curious, right? So I'm looking at his foot, and I'm checking around the foot and stuff. Then I start following around the bottom of the foot, and I get to the ball of the foot. And just out of the corner of my eye, I see this little tail wiggle and squirm right back into between the toes. It was almost like a horror movie, right? I'm like, whoa. So I split open the toe, and there it was. There was a hole. I could have stuck my pinky in, about that deep. And it was like a rice harvest. They were just crawling all over each other. It was crazy, right? Very gross, but it was crazy. So then the ambulance got there. I explained to them. They were very shocked because I don't think they run into that, or they thought I was kidding. I'm like, no, look, and I gave him some samples. I put some in a pill bottle and gave him some samples of it, and yeah, he ended up being EMS out here and had to go to the hospital. And they did mention one thing though, like it was a good thing that the maggots were there because they were eating the infection.